Hello, YouTube. Now, before I get started, let me just let y'all know. Bit of an insignificant detail, but I've actually been on YouTube for about 7 years. But I put out some stuff, but it never quite got going in terms of like viewership. So I kind of just deleted everything and just decided to start over with clean slate. So with that being said, hello everybody. My name is Chris. I'm 28 years old. I live in New York City, and I hope I'm not making a total fool out of myself trying this. I'm filming with my iPhone, which has an exceptional camera, so I'm like, why not start here? I don't have a whole DSLR, however you call it, professional grade camera or anything like that, but this is a good starting point. How is this at such a perfect angle? Check this out. A simple yet effective device. Don't mind the baby powder in the background. This was actually meant to be a mount for my iPhone and my Apple Watch when I had one. But now that I still have it, might as well put it to use, huh? So with that being said, why am I doing this? Because you want the honest answer or the fabricated answer? The honest answer is I would like to try something new in this life. A lot of people started off like that. Some of the biggest names on YouTube that I follow started off like, oh, I'm not expecting much of this. And yet they blew up because they filmed stuff that they knew that a certain percentage of people would like. So I didn't want to jump straight into it like throwing content in you guys' faces. Like, oh, this is this. And there's no face behind it. This is the face. It's all scruffed out. Don't mind it. I got an event at my job next month, and I'd rather let it all grow out first and then get it all done at once. So when the time comes, I'm all prim and proper, bust out my suit, ready to go. Anyway, so yes, I mentioned my job. I am employed. I work at a stock transfer agent. That is like kind of the opposite side of a coin in terms of stockbroker and a transfer agent. Stockbrokers do the same things that transfer agents do, but they get paid by commission. Transfer agents maintain the records and registrations of various companies and their shareholders, and they get paid a salary because there's a little thing that they call reason codes involved in that. Whenever a call is, a call comes into the call center and the call center representative, me, for example, gets that call, it's their job to log that call as a reason code. Why did that person call? Did they want to change an address? Did they want to sell their shares? Did they want to transfer their account? That's what we do at my job. And I'm starting to enjoy it because I'm starting to get a lot better at it. I've only been doing it for a few months. This is the truth about any profession. If you start doing it and you keep doing it and you keep doing it, eventually you either don't enjoy it and you're really good at it, or you enjoy it and you're good at it. The key to, being successful at a workplace is to work smart. And I can't properly explain how to do that, so I'll leave that up to you guys' imagination. So the backdrop here is my room. Quite a few nerd culture stuff around here, comic stuff, anime, Pokemon, video games, stuff like that. I'm not a really big gamer head. The gamer head, that's a horrible way to put it. Gamer, there you go. The game I play the most is Call of Duty. And I have the latest one, Modern Warfare, though in my opinion, that is more like Call of Duty 3.5, because it's a prequel of Modern Warfare, or rather Call of Duty 4. And it's just way better looking. But anyway, we're not going to get into that. So I do love to play games. I love to listen to music. My music of choice is metal, but I'm very in tune with multiple types of music, like pop, hip hop, dance hall, in some cases, regular rock music. And then there's like subgenres like alternative, punk, uh, glam, emo, metal, thrash, stuff like that. So I say metal in a more general sense. Um, I've been listening to metal for about 12 years now. Some people ask me, how can you listen to that? It's noise. And I'm like, it's not. You want to know what else is noise? Mumble rap. But you don't see me complaining to you about how could you listen to that? That's just noise. But all art forms are art. You got to be exceptionally talented in using your voice to scream or use guttural lyrics in your music, and to push out ridiculous bass beats and face melting guitar solos and stuff like that. My big five bands are Metallica, Slayer, Avenged Sevenfold, Disturbed, and Slipknot. I don't claim to be huge fans of all five, but I would say I'm the biggest fan of Metallica. I know the most about them, which is still not that much. But I do know they started out in 1981. Some people might assume because their first album dropped in 1983, that's when they started. No, it's not. But we're not going to get into that either. This is, like I said, an introductory video. If I didn't say that, then I apologize. I'm saying it now. So, why am I doing this? I probably asked that already. This is awkward. But anyway, it was time to start something new. And I want to provide a variety of content that I hope people that watch it enjoy. Here's the thing about YouTubers. The biggest names in YouTube right now that started on YouTube, not people who are already big before YouTube, but people who started out on YouTube, those guys started out at the very bottom. They had to tell this person, hey, subscribe to my channel. Hey, subscribe to my channel. Subscribe to my channel. Subscribe to my channel. They started off basically begging people to come watch my stuff. You won't regret it. Give me a few minutes out of your day. And then they just kind of blew up over time. Case in point, the Stradman. He's a car guy that I've been following for a couple of years now. But as far as I could tell, that guy is work hard, and that pays off embodied. Because at one point, he got fired from his job. Now he lives with the guy that fired him and owns 5 cars. I think 6 now. But he made his dream come true because he believed in himself and what he can do. He was living out of his Audi TT at one point, and he eventually got to a point where he now has a Lamborghini Aventador, a Jeep Gladiator that he customized, a Ford Focus RS, a Toyota Supra, and a Lamborghini Gallardo, and now a Ferrari F430 Challenge race car. And now, everyone else wants to try and, do this whole YouTube thing. And there's also Patreon, and there's also Nebula. You start one thing, something else might come from it. That's one of the biggest, best kept secrets in life, is that you never know what might happen, what kind of connections you might run into. I follow people like No Life Shack, Alex Hefner, Lost in Vegas, Vehicle Virgins, Doug DeMuro, and clone hero players like Acai and Randy Ladyman and UCog Monkey and guys like that. I don't follow that many people, but they provide enough entertainment for me. And it's not easy trying to make a living in this world. you gotta make do with what you have. You gotta enjoy your own company. Um, and one of the things that I know I'm gonna cover is my exploits on trips, future trips, and there is a trip that I have planned coming up. Um, Here's hoping that it does happen. All I know is flights are booked, but the cruise is not booked yet, but it will be sometime soon. But it's coming, and I will try to highlight everything I can while I'm out there, both about the ship and the places that we go. More on that later. In the meantime, I'm going to try to keep this a little short and sweet, and I hope I didn't, bore you guys. But in the meantime, I hope that everyone that does watch this subscribes and is patient with me, because I don't have a ton of things planned, but I do have some things planned, and I hope that whoever watches enjoys what they see. And on that note, like this video, subscribe to it, all that good stuff, and I hope to see everybody in the next video. My name's Chris, and I'm signing off. I'll see y'all later.